Morning, my name's Dale Davis. I'm with Colorado Western Title, and I'm here today with Ben Dorland with Your Castle Real Estate. Ben is a real estate investor. He's written a book on real estate investing, and he's done over 50 short sales. We wanted to put together a little informational video on the new HAFFA program. So we're getting together today. We've written down a few questions, and we want to tell you a little bit about it. Ben?
Hi.
Hey, good to see you. Thanks for coming, buddy. The federal government and participating mortgage service providers have introduced a new short sale program. What's the new program? Can you tell me about it?
Yeah, thank you, Dale. The Home Affordable Foreclosure Alternative Program, also known as HAFFA, is the new program. The feds are working with participating mortgage service providers in this program. If a homeowner ever has a question if their loan is eligible for this program, there's a couple ways of figuring this out. The first and probably the easiest is to actually call the mortgage service provider. So contact them, call them, go to their website, and see if they're participating. The second resource is to go to www.makinghomeaffordable.gov. And the third way to determine if it's eligible would be to know if you knew your loan is backed by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, which a lot of loans are these days. That would mean that your loan is automatically eligible for this program. So those are the three resources that the homeowner can go to.
Thanks, Ben. So the three ways is if it's Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, it's automatic. Mm-hmm. So if you don't know that, then you can contact your mortgage company or your mortgage service provider.
Correct.
And you can also go to the website, which is www.makinghomeaffordable.com.
.gov.
Oh, .gov. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Right.
Okay, so www.makinghomeaffordable.gov. All right.
Great.
How does a short sale work under the HAFFA program, under this new program?
Yeah, there are three essential parts to the process that have been improved, in my opinion, under the HAFFA program. They are the pre-sale, the offer, and the closing. Under the pre-sale, when you're working with your real estate agent, you can call up your mortgage service provider, say that you want to participate in this program after you've verified that they are actually part of HAFFA, and then the service provider will go out and determine an amount that they will accept a short sale for. So this takes a lot of the guessing game that's happened in the previous years of short sales out. They'll give you a predetermined amount, and then you and your real estate agent can go list the property for that amount. With the offer, your agent is required to submit all the required documents to the mortgage service provider. Now, you, of course, as a homeowner, will need to sign all those documents and provide those to the real estate agent, but you will work as a team to get those in to the service provider. And then when you come to closing, this is actually one of the benefits to the homeowner under this program. As long as you have satisfied all the conditions under HAFFA program, you will walk away from the closing table, and they will release you from all liens for future payments, and you will also be eligible for $1,500 to help you with moving expenses. So that's a really big benefit for homeowners.
All right, Ben, so it sounds like the three key components here that the bank is going to be setting the price. Correct. So it takes the guesswork out of that. It'll streamline the time that it takes, theoretically, to process the short sale once an offer comes in at the price that the bank has set, and then the homeowner gets to walk away with $1,500.
Yeah, and as a real estate agent, I can tell you that taking the guesswork out of that initial process, and then knowing once you have a solid offer at the price they've approved, will help everyone involved. So buyers, sellers, they all win during this process.
Good. God, that's good to hear. What are the homeowner's responsibilities under this program?
Well, I call this the HAFFA High Five, the 5 responsibilities of the homeowner under the HAFFA program. The first responsibility of a homeowner under this program is that the homeowner must keep the property, the house and the property, in good showing condition. They are also required to work with their real estate during this process, the real estate agent, excuse me. Secondly, the homeowner must agree to make a modified reduced payment during this period. So this is something where you're going to work with the mortgage service provider. They're going to give you an amount that you would owe during this process per month. So you are not living in the house rent-free, essentially. You are making a reduced payment during this process. You must keep up with those payments as well. The third is the homeowner is responsible for providing a clear title prior to closing. Now, this is probably one of the most important things that the homeowner must do. And what this means is if there are junior lien holders that are in place on the home, so you have a second mortgage or some other type of lien that's attached to the house, an IRS lien, let's say, you must go to those lien holders and satisfy their loans prior to closing. You have to negotiate with those lien holders whatever it is they're going to take, and they must write off that debt prior to closing. It's a very important process. Contact your real estate agent and work with those junior lien holders prior to closing. The fourth part of this kind of goes back with the third, and that is that the first lien holder will actually, HAFFA will allow the first lien holder to take 3% or up to $3,000 of the sale proceeds to help satisfy those junior lien holders. So they're going to give you a little bit of money to help with that process. And then the fifth is that the homeowner is required to complete all paperwork and submit all documents that are required from the service provider and HAFFA. And they must do this in a timely manner. So you and your real estate agent must keep on this process, and there's always going to be paperwork that you're turning in.
Ben, it sounds like the junior lien holder piece of your high five for HAFFA is, there's a lot to that.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that the junior lien holders have much more precedence in this transaction than it did before. If that 3% or the $3,000 does not cover those junior lien holders, then it becomes either the responsibility of the seller, or if the buyer wants to come up and price more to help satisfy that. But it adds a little bit of intricacy to the process.
Okay. Ben, process seems complex. Do you have to have a realtor represent you in this process?
Under HAFFA, you are required to use a real estate agent during this transaction. That is something that's new. There are two nuances to this process using a realtor. One of them is that you cannot list the property or sell the property to someone that is related to you or someone you have a close personal relationship with. So you and your real estate agent need to make sure that you cannot go hire your brother to list your property, and you cannot have your brother buy this property from you. So you have to work with someone that is not within an arm's length of the transaction. The second is the buyer must agree not to resell this property within 90 days of the closing date. That's a big thing. So if there are investors out there looking to flip these properties, everyone has to be notified of this new restriction, as well as the buyer cannot promise to rent back the property or resell the property back to the homeowner within any period of time. If anyone violates these two regulations, they're actually in violation of federal law. So that is something that you really need to keep a handle on.
Ben, will the homeowner receive a 1099-C in this process?
Yes, even though the homeowner is not obligated to pay the lien holder back any more payments after closing, they are still going to get a 1099-C. So my advice is to go seek a tax professional advice on how to handle this.
Ben, what if the house just doesn't sell?
Unfortunately, in today's environment, not all short sales sell. So there is one last alternative for a homeowner that has participated in this program, and that is what's called a deed in lieu of foreclosure. What this means is that the homeowner, if they've gone through this process, they've stayed up with their payments, they've submitted all the required documents, and they've been within the guidelines of the program, and they can't sell it, the homeowner will give the bank the keys, and the bank will then not foreclose on them. So the foreclosure will not be on the record. They get a deed in lieu of foreclosure. And the homeowner actually walks away with the $1,500 moving expenses as well. So everyone kind of wins as long as everyone plays by the guidelines.
Ben, thanks.
Yeah.
Really appreciate you coming in. I think this is very helpful. It's a new program, and the whole idea here was to get some information out to kind of help clarify. And appreciate you coming in and doing this with me.
Well, thank you very much, and just want to let everyone know if they do have any questions, I am a licensed real estate agent, and I can answer these questions. I've done a lot of these transactions, so I realize this is a very complicated process, and if you want, you can call me at the number that's provided after the video.
All right. Well, thanks very much.
Thank
Ben.
you very much.
Yeah.
Bye.